it's me, the Artistic Astronaut, and I'm back at it again with another episode of Timeline. Today, it's time for the US to punch back. So far, this series has been centered around Soviet missions, but this is the turning point. Today, we talk about Explorer 1, Vanguard, and Project SCORE. They have to do with ABMA and NRL. So, let's get started. Explorer 1 was the first satellite launched by the United States and was a part of the U.S. participation in International Geophysical Year. The mission followed the first two satellites the previous year, the Soviet Union Sputnik 1 and Sputnik 2, beginning the Cold War space race between the two nations. Explorer 1 was launched on January 31, 1958, the first Juno booster from LC-26 at the top of Cape Canaveral Missile Annex. It was the first spacecraft to detect the Van Allen radiation belt, returning data until its batteries were exhausted after nearly 4 months. It remained in orbit until 1970, and has been followed by more than 90 scientific spacecraft in the Explorer series. Explorer 1 was given Satellite Catalog Number 4 and the Harvard designation of 1958 Alpha 1, the forerunner to the modern international designator. Let's talk about ABMA. The Army Ballistic Missile Agency, or ABMA, was formed to develop the U.S. Army's first large ballistic missile. The agency was established at Redstone Arsenal on the 1st of February 1956 and commanded by Major General John B. Menders, with Werner von Braun as the technical director. Let's talk about the Vanguard 1. Vanguard 1 is an American satellite that was the fourth artificial Earth orbit satellite to be successfully launched, following Sputnik 1, Sputnik 2, and Explorer 1. Vanguard 1 was the first satellite to have solar electric power. Although communication with the satellite was lost in 1964, it remains the oldest man-made object still in orbit, together with the upper stage of its launch vehicle. Vanguard 1 was designed to test the launch capabilities of a three-stage launch vehicle as part of the Project Vanguard, and the effects of space environment on a satellite and its systems in orbit. It was also used to obtain geodetic measurements through orbit analysis. Vanguard 1 was described by the Soviet Premier Nikita Khrushchev as the grapefruit satellite. The United States Naval Research Laboratory, NRL, is the corporate research laboratory for the United States Navy and the United States Marine Corps. It conducts basic scientific research, applied research, technological development, and prototyping. The laboratory specialties include plasma physics, space physics, material science, and tactical electronic warfare. NRL is one of the first U.S. government scientific R&D laboratories, having opened in 1923 at the instigation of Thomas Edison, and is currently under the Office of Naval Research. NRL's research expenditures are approximately $1 billion per year. Last but not least, Project SCORE. Project SCORE, Single Communications by Orbit Relay Equipment, was the world's first purpose-built communications satellite. Launched aboard an American Atlas rocket on December 18, 1958, SCORE provided the second test of a communications relay system in space, the first having been provided by the USAF, NASA's Pioneer 1. First broadcast of a human voice from space and the first successful use of the Atlas as a launch vehicle. It captured world attention by broadcasting a Christmas message via shortwave radio from U.S. President Dwight D. Eisenhower through an onboard tape recorder. The satellite was popularly dubbed the Talking Atlas. SCORE, as a geopolitical strategy, placed in the United States at an even technological par with the Soviet Union as highly functional response to Sputnik 1 and Sputnik 2 satellites. Wow, that was a lot of information. I hope you enjoyed learning today. As always, please like and subscribe, and hit the bell icon below so you get all notifications about my videos. My citations are by Wikipedia. See you in the next one. Oh, also, fun fact. Some of the rockets made in this video were actually made out of old Titan missiles, which means the saying, riding a rocket is like riding a missile is actually true.